POVJOV, but it's in Indonesian, so POVJOV.
POVJOV.
I like that.
You are watching POVJOV.
Yo, respect. Guys, I'm here with David. You know, ultra famous. He's everywhere. You know, you listen to his songs everywhere, all platforms. And he's right now in Indo, which is so awesome. And you did a free show yesterday in Kemang Village.
Kemang Village, man. It was crazy. They were chasing me. They were literally chasing me down the hallways, bro. But yeah, it was fun. I love them.
Are you doing another one, or is that your one and only here?
That's the one and only here. And then I should be back. Can't say when though, but I'm gonna be back soon.
Cause you got a tour coming up, right? For your album.
Yep. Full band, full stage, full everything. It's gonna be crazy. The album tour. It's crazy. I can say that I have an album out now. Let's
talk about the come up, cause the come up was very unique.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I must say, it was extremely unique. You started out. This is already a famous story. Everyone knows this story, right? In his sister's closet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making music. First of all, like, I just want to know, what was the size of that closet? Was it like a small one?
It's like very, very small. It's like
this table small?
Maybe
or
like from here to there.
And her clothes were inside?
From there to here. Yeah. Clothes.
So it was this square here?
It's literally a box. It's like a box. Yeah.
So how were you recording in there? You were just like sitting down?
Yeah, sitting down. My feet were on the wall.
Were you just like sitting down here?
Sitting down, feet on the wall, literally. Damn. Bro. You know, real claustrophobic, and there's no AC in there too. So that's really how I started to make the song so fast, is because there's no AC, and the longer I would be in there, the hotter I would get. So I had to make the song in 45 minutes or I'd overheat myself. And I never liked going back into the closet to finish one song. I always like to do one song in one session. I never revisited songs because I pride myself on embracing the imperfections in the music, and I'm never polishing stuff too much. Like with Here With Me, it's literally no auto-tune either.
Is this Here With Me?
This is Here With Me. This is the session 5. This is just
This is the one you used?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different stems.
What?
7 stems.
That's your vocal?
That's the vocal right here.
4 vocals. Oh, wait, how many vocals?
1 for the main, and then once I got to the chorus, it then went up to like 2 more. And then once I got to the post-chorus, I had to double it up with the last couple vocal stems. Hey, hey.
So is that pitched up, or is that your real voice?
This is my real voice. That's how it sounds. So I sound so low. This one is way lower than that.
Yeah, so you pitched it up.
Pitched it up.
But then for like the promos, you pitched it up even more, right?
Yeah, for TikTok.
The chipmunk stuff.
The thing is, yeah, with that, there was a whole era of TikTok that I think I kind of just like championed, was making the sped up of the sped up version. So I pitched it up and speed it up, and then I'd take it a step further, and I'd go like 4 more semitones up. So it sounded even higher.
Are you gonna claim that you started that movement?
I'm not gonna claim it because like people were doing it at the same time as me, but I definitely did it in a unique way with the Alvin thing. Because people were just doing it and be like, oh, I pitched up my voice. But I promoted it as Alvin and the Chipmunks. Nobody had like a alter ego or like a mantra that they put on. It was like, I wasn't David, I was Alvin.
Yeah.
So.
Alvin making Fortnite songs.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the whole gimmick. That was the whole gimmick for months and months.
And that's crazy because like all the Fortnite gamers were all just watching your videos, listening to your tracks as well. And it blew up on TikTok, right? Now I want to show you how it blew up on Indonesian TikTok.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I think so.
You gotta see this.
With the like the love edits, right?
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
That's how it got famous in Indonesia. So let's show you one edit.
Bruh.
Right? You don't even know what's...
That's so crazy. And
you don't know what's going on, right?
It's a remix, too.
Okay. So why did you pull out this one first? This is like a special Indonesian remix. They like to like make it Koplo. That's what it's called. They do this to everyone. They do this to Linkin Park, Adele.
Yeah. That's crazy. So that's what I love about music, is like you can put it to any situation, comedy, love, heartbreak. Like it's infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities.
That is.
That's the sped up that I'm.
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
This one
This
is
one.
Yeah.
yes, for cinematic videos randomly.
See,
for the couple.
this is the love.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Like so many of them.
It has like what 1 million people using it on TikTok.
Is that only in Indo?
There's
or?
multiple. I think it's internationally, but there's multiple sounds. So there might be an Indonesian version of it with even more or even less. It's like there's so much possibility with TikTok. It's crazy.
Oh, so it's not only just one sound.
It's a bunch
Maybe
of
some
sounds.
people.
Yeah,
Right.
the remixes and the the slowed down version because people slowed it back down too. There's so many of them.
So okay, so right, this whole thing happened. The Closet, the Fortnite. You recorded everything on BandLab. You got famous.
A little bit.
you got real famous, right? So what was that change like? Because you were homeschooled.
Homeschooled, man.
Everything was really like isolated for you.
Yeah.
Right? You were at your home, in your closet recording. Everything was really small, tight spaces. Now you're for everyone.
Yeah.
How's that change?
The change was like, it was super smooth because the thing is I was doing content creation and I was doing YouTube and I was doing streaming and going on Twitch. So I was an introverted extrovert. So when I got out into like the real world for the first time, I started going on tour and all that stuff, I just treated everybody like they were behind the screen. Like those are the viewers. Like I'm on Twitch right now. I treat everything like I'm on a Twitch stream. So I was able to kind of put the shyness and the anxiety aside and be like, okay, real life is just, or Fortnite even. Treat everybody like a video game. This is Fortnite right now. This is Twitch. So when I got up on stage and I performed for the first time, I had never been to a concert. My first concert I ever played was the first concert I'd been to, period.
What?
Yeah. My parents didn't let me go to shows. Didn't get to go to shows, never been to a concert. Nah.
What?
Nah.
In Houston, right?
Houston.
That's where you grew up.
Houston.
Never. Not even a Beyonce concert.
Not even a Beyonce, bro, I wish, nah. Not even a Beyonce concert. So I played the first show and I was like, yo, okay, maybe I'm good at this. So I went on a whole tour after that. And I got pretty good at performing. The stage presence was coming together. And SZA, she invited me on her tour in September. And that was it, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
SZA. That's insane.
Shout out to SZA.
Yo. So, okay. Wait, that transition was smooth for you?
Very, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Interviews. Nah.
Yo, I like it. You're, I don't know, man. It's just a different vibe about you.
Yeah, I mean, like.
You just go with the flow with everything.
Anti-media training, bro. We humans, like, it's like there's a level of professionality that I do come with everything, but it's like, I'm just a kid that plays Fortnite, so I got to keep that authenticity with everywhere I go, you know? Especially when it's a learning or educational process too for like the musicians that's watching this, the kids, the people that's on BandLab, on TikTok, on YouTube, everywhere this is gonna go and people are gonna interact with it and see the process and go behind the scenes. I want people to feel inspired. Mm-hmm. If I come in with the suit and tie and be like, you should do this and this is how you do this and promote your music this way, it's like people aren't gonna learn anything from that. I see that too many times. That's why when I started, I never looked on YouTube for tutorials, just like did it myself and tried to figure it out as I went.
Now let's break it down. How do you mean like you did it yourself? Like so you didn't make the music. You took the music from like a YouTube video.
YouTube beats, like David type beat, or like back in the day it was Billie Eilish type beats, Sweater Weather type beat, The Neighborhood type beat, Deftones, all these bands that I was getting put onto. I just typed in the type beat and put that in BandLab. I knew nothing about music, so I don't know EQ, I don't know how to compress. I'm making all these presets and vocal chains. We're gonna do a close-up. Like my sound has evolved so much. I learned how to use EQ just by messing around and experimenting with stuff. Learning how to use EQs, delays, compressors.
Wow.
Man, limiters,
everything that a studio does.
Distortion, yeah.
Everything that a studio
Everything that you see here.
Yeah.
Just learning it by hand on the phone, man. It was crazy. It was a crazy experience to just learn and unlock these abilities too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just an interesting process to kind of, learn something by doing it. That's my favorite way to learn stuff. I mean, that's what I learned from being homeschooled. Just learn by doing. And not having a teacher be like, just learn it by doing it.
I feel you. It's all making sense now because you learn everything on your own.
Yeah.
Even making music, you had to learn on your own. I'll put it this way. You started meeting like the big guns, right? It was you in the closet and now it's like people from studios.
Yeah.
Ryan Tedder is on
Ryan
your
Tedder.
new album.
Big Ryan.
That's
Shout out to
insane. One Republic, right?
Bro, yeah, he's insane.
Too late to apologize, dude.
Yeah. Let's go.
Right, when you met him, was there like a difference in mindset on how to approach music?
Nah, so there was a bit of a limbo period after I got signed where I was like going through the motions of going to the studio for the first time and meeting all these producers and being in the real thing. And at one point, I remember I went to the studio for one of the very first times and I kicked the engineer out. I was like, bro, I don't like what you're doing to my voice. I sound too professional. I sound like Justin Bieber right now. I have that voice and you putting all these effects on my voice. I don't know what that is, bro. And then the label was like, okay, we might know the perfect person. It was Ryan. Went to Ryan's studio. He was like, okay, I understand your process, so I'm gonna try to figure this out. And he turned the studio into like a band lab palace. And Benny Blanco actually did the same thing for me. Benny's actually super, super intuitive and he knew my process was different than everybody else's. So when I went to work with him for the first time, he did the same thing. He took me, he was like, yo, we're gonna make this beat real quick and I'm gonna leave the room. And he took the mic with him. He took the mic, he took the speakers, he took everything with him. He said, yo, you're gonna sit in here and make the whole song on Band Lab and I'm gonna come back in 45 minutes and see if it's done. And
So he took everything out?
He took everything out. We made the beat, he left. He went to go run errands for 45 minutes. He came back and I was like, done. Like, you know, like I was taking a test. And the song was heat.
Okay, so basically, right, he left, you made it, he came back and he heard it.
Yeah.
Did he mix it again?
Yeah, so we made the beat, he left, I recorded, he came back, we made some touch-ups, he left again, told me to finish it, I finished it, and that's like the quickest studio session he's ever done. It's just because he doesn't have to sit there with the mouse and keyboard and comp all the vocals and make the beat leave. Come back, the song is done.
Right, but okay. I have so many questions because like, right, when you make something on your phone, right?
Yeah.
The only test you have is probably like the phone speakers. When you like put it on like the $100,000 speakers, does it sound right?
You know what? It doesn't. But that's one of the beauties of it. I remember when I listened to Here With Me on the speakers for the first time. And mind you, the version that's out on Spotify and everything is not mixed. Romantic Homicide, Take Me to the Sun, You and I, they're not mixed.
That's from your phone?
Nothing's mixed. Nothing is mixed. So that's why it sounds different on every. I'll be listening to it now, especially like when I'm going on these promo tours and they're playing my music on the radio. I'm like, yo, it sounds different on that speaker and this speaker. And that's the beauty of it because we all listen to music in a different way and we all have our, you know, different conceptions and mental imagery of what music is to us personally. So why not just take it at a literal sense and have it sound different to everybody, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
You have such a modern approach to music.
Yeah.
Is music like seamless therapy for you?
For sure. I mean, like, just to have the opportunity to be able to express myself wherever I am. And thank you, Mr. Mang, for BandLab. I got to keep on shouting out BandLab because it's like...
You gotta start investing in BandLab,
dude. For real. Literally, like, it's so crazy.
But yeah, let's talk about your new album, right? Withered. Like, before we get to Withered, I see that you really like flowers. It's like, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Why?
Because, I mean, the most beautiful thing about it is like, when I grew up, my parents always bought each other roses and they put them on the center table. And I'd see every week there'll be a new bouquet of roses and there'll be no other flowers. My mom loves roses. They sit there for a week and they wither away, petals would fall off, a new set will be there the next day. So having that in my head, I always viewed it as like the human life cycle. Like we grow, we mature, we get beautiful, and then we get withered away, and then we die. And then there's a new set, and we continue our generations and stuff like that. So when I view my music, I kind of put that into the same category as what I feel for my art. It's beautiful for a time, and then, you know, people forget about it and they're on to the next song, the next artist, the next. So my music's only here for a temporary time, you know? So when I'm working on Withered and I'm working on Petals of Thorns and the Lost Petals and the previous EPs, trying to make this kind of trilogy aspect to it, Petals of Thorns was my beginning as an artist. This is the sprouting, the blooming process. The Lost Petals was the falling off of the petals in the titles, literal the name. And then Withered is that decaying process. Back to the ground where I came from. And the process of making this album was also the withering process too, because I went back to the closet, back to the band lab, back to the phone, back to the old melodies, back to the old producers. Everything that I did at the beginning came full circle. And I made this album the same way I made the first EP.
That's no, that's crazy because like usually, right, when you get famous, you get a lot of money. You start upgrading.
Yeah.
Your like everything, right?
Nah.
You went back to the same place.
Went back. Cause it felt like I was losing the magic, man. It was like I had released all these singles that were doing well, but they didn't feel like me. Like Feel It is a whole different genre.
It is.
The Arcane song, shout out to Arcane. I made the song for Arcane. That was a whole different genre. I made that in the studio. And I was like, what is my first album gonna sound like? What is the ending of this entire saga gonna be? So I had to go back to the roots, the root of it all. It's like, the thing about Feel It is, I had to get the streams. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I had to get the streams because the song is back on the charts and everything. I was like, it wasn't on the original track list, but I just threw it. I snuck it on there. I snuck it on there. But it does fit in the context of the project when you listen to it holistically. But
it feels like a different song, to be honest, right? Because I listened to the whole Withered album
everything's
twice.
cohesive except that song.
Exactly.
But that's how life is, though. You'll have a good week, and that random Thursday hit you like this. You know what I'm saying? And then your week will go back to normal by Friday. So it's like, you know, it makes sense in a way.
Yeah, and you decided to put it after the interlude. After, which song did you put it on?
It's right after What Are You Waiting For?
It's after What Are You Waiting
Kept
For?
the two fast-paced songs right next to each other, and then we get right back to being sad.
Dude, last three songs are killing me.
Insane.
Dude, Ghost.
Insane, bro. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
right?
I love that song.
No, it's such a, like, okay, this whole album, right? I listened to it in order. Because usually people just like, I want to listen to the famous stuff. I don't want to listen to the rest. No, I want to see your thought process, right? Did you write this in order? Or were you like writing it like sporadically and just like, oh, this is going to be song number 1. This is going to be song number 2.
I'm going to tell you the craziest part. I wrote it backwards.
So it started from Afterlife.
It started from Afterlife, and then went to Ghost, and then went to, yeah, dude. So I wrote Afterlife before there was even the album conceived in 2023. And I was like, I know I'm gonna have to work on an album sooner or later. The label's gonna be like, you gotta stop releasing all these singles and make an album. But what is that album gonna sound like? And I wanted it to sound like a goodbye. I knew that from the start. I wanted it to be a goodbye. So when I wrote Afterlife, I was writing the goodbye letter to myself, essentially.
What do you mean you were writing a goodbye letter to yourself? Like you wanted to just go away?
I wanted it to be the end of an era. I wanted it to feel like the end because Afterlife literally feels like the end with the strings at the end of it and everything feels like it's a send-off, you know, to the next era, to the next whatever I'm doing.
I was like, when I saw like the first track, like Atomic Land, and like you were talking about like invisible strings and stuff, and I was like, is this guy a physicist? I'm like, dude.
I love concepts, and I love like, I'm a big fan of anime and manga, and I love fiction. And I was watching
which anime?
Bro, everything, bro. I've been watching a lot. I've been watching Dadadan recently, Solo Leveling, Super Cube.
Okay, these are way too deep for me. I'm still like Naruto, One Piece. I'm like still at the mainstream
stuff. The big three.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of that. And I was watching Past Lives, this Korean movie that was dealing with what's it called? Inshun. Inshun is like you build up. It's like almost like karma, but it's a connection-based karma. Like you build it through one life, and then your past life will connect you to another person, and that is the invisible string theory.
Yeah.
So I used this to connect the songs. Instead of connecting the people, I connected the songs that connected me to the people. So when I'm talking about it in the interlude with the person that actually showed me it,
that was the actual person.
Yeah, the irony
of
the irony of the interlude is that person is no longer in my life anymore.
So that's like an ex.
Exactly. But it's like throughout the entire thing, she's saying like, "Don't leave me, don't do this."
At the end, she's like,
and then she left. So it's like, bruh.
So sorry, dude.
It's all good because it helped me write the album. But yeah, I mean, just the whole concept of having something connected that can't be broken but breaks anyway is so beautiful to me because it subverts the expectation and avoids, you know, expecting too much. Because everybody, I mean, even in the comments, like, oh, I want the album to sound like this, and the album better sound like that, and it better sound like this. And the album sounded completely different, but they still loved it. I mean, everything happens for a reason, and I love the fact that I can, like, take these concepts and, you know, put them in a song or put them in a lyric or put them in a melody and have it still make sense, despite what other people expected it to sound like. So it's all about the, you know?
If someone wanted to listen to like Withered for the first time, which track would you say, or would you just like leave it up to them?
If anybody was Getting into Withered for the first time, I'd tell them to listen to.
Is that okay?
I'd say Friend Again. Friend Again. Yeah. Yeah.
And then wait. It's that there's another like trio there. It's Friend Again.
Say It Back.
Say It Back.
And Is This Really Love? Right after the interlude. Yeah.
I don't love you. I don't hate you. I'm somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. That's a good one too. That one's like super old, folky inspired. It was inspired by the Cranberries.
No.
Yeah. It's my first real acoustic song.
Wait, did you get on the guitar or was that?
I wish, bro. I was learning throughout this entire process of making the album. I was learning all these instruments, just watching people, all my friends, just going crazy on these different instruments. I was like downloading information. So I'm on my way.
So which instrument are you learning now?
Piano and guitar right now at the same time. I got a piano.
What's your
at
level?
home.
Would you say?
Pretty basic on both. Cause it's like, dude, I've been doing so much, and I've been working on the deluxe too.
Oh.
So it's like, you know. And I've been traveling. I'm out here. We are in Indonesia right now. Shout out Indonesia. But yeah, it's just like there's so much going on. I got to take the time to really learn the instrument.
You know, you just shouted out Indonesia. Do you have any questions about this country? Anything? Just any lingering questions? Maybe our team can answer.
What is the national fruit, the national dish, and the oldest cultural clothing piece? Because I'm a fashion guy. I like clothes.
Those are insane questions. Okay, let me think.
National fruit.
Our national fruit.
Durian. I will say it is durian.
The durian?
Okay, do you like it? It's kind of like it's.
I haven't had it yet. Haven't tried it.
I haven't tried durian.
Dude, it's an experience.
Really?
Like it's mushy. It kind of smells a bit.
Really?
But it's sweet.
It's like a mango type of.
No. Mangoes are dense.
Oh.
These are way more mushy.
It's got
like
spikes
sticky on the outside.
outside.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our national fruit, I guess. Yo,
Okay.
don't kill me in the comments. I swear to God, if someone's like, durian's not our fruit. Guys, this was a quick Google search. Okay, don't kill me. The second question was our national dish. Wait, no, it was...
Yeah, national dish.
That's another thing we can't answer, dude, because...
Or like, what's the most...
Indonesia's-
When somebody comes, like a tourist comes here, what is the first thing they get told to try?
Nasi goreng.
It's nasi goreng, fried rice. Have you tried it?
Fried rice. Nasi goreng, haven't tried it yet.
Rendang.
Rondel.
Rendang.
Do you like
Rendang.
beef? Like,
I do like beef.
but like curried... Like there's a lot of spices.
Yeah.
On
I
the
mean,
beef.
my mom's from an island called Grenada, so I'm used to like trying different spices and stuff like that.
This one.
You would love rendang.
Rendang?
Honestly, you would love. Someone get David rendang.
Oh,
Someone
that
get
looks
this
good.
man.
That looks fire.
No. It is consistently ranked as like our best food by like international websites. Like
So I need
for the last 10, 20 years.
I need that.
Rendang and also chicken satay.
Chicken satay.
Satay ayam.
Nasi padang.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the third question was, guys, don't kill me in the comments once again if you're like, because here's the thing, right? We have 17,000 plus islands.
Oh,
So people are like, yo, this is the best food from my island. This is the best food from my island.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Because like if you go to America, right? And you're like, what's the American food? People probably say burger.
Yeah. We're like,
You have that from like California to like New York. You have
burgers and
burgers.
fries.
Even in Texas.
Dude, Texas
Right?
is the biggest burger spot.
Right?
Steak too. Steak is super American.
But here, I don't think we have a food that's like that. So, okay, back to your third question.
Like a traditional Indonesian outfit.
It's batik, dude.
Batik.
Batik.
What does it look like?
You gotta get, it has a lot of like motifs on it, like this. This is old school stuff. Let's show him.
It's like
many patterns.
Oh, it's like pattern-based stuff.
Yeah.
That's fire. Oh, fire. Oh, that's beautiful.
it's kind of like your.
Yeah, like the do-rag.
It's like the durag.
That's sick.
David, you're just such a unique talent.
Thank you.
An artist, I swear to God. No lies. Like, that is, I would hug you right now. Like,
Nah,
dude,
bro, come on, bring it
can you
in.
go for a hug?
Come on, bro.
That's what you do is so special.
Thank you.
Because here's the thing. I told the Universal team, right? I was like, it looks like it's so easy to copy, but it's not.
Yeah, dude, I have so many clones. I go on TikTok and just search my name, be like, do I sound like David? How to make a David type song? How to make a David this, David that? And I'll be like, yo, that's kind of cool. But like, the thing about me is I don't change the formula, but I change how I do it every so often, so it keeps people on their toes. Like, the deluxe is gonna sound so much different than the album, but it's gonna make sense. Like, oh, that's obviously the next step you would take, for sure.
Is that a different album? It's just a deluxe version of this one?
It's an extension. It's like after the rose has withered, say that, before the next flower I'm going to. The next flower I'm gonna go to, Indonesian exclusive, I'm gonna be doing the Japanese spider lily. That's gonna be my next aesthetic, yeah.
So you're gonna go to Japan a lot?
Yeah, I might make the whole second project in Japan.
Okay, last thing I want to talk about with you is your lyrics.
Yeah.
It resonates with so many people, right? Whether they take it the way you meant it to be,
yeah,
or in their own version, right? But like, it sounds like you've been going through like a lot of relationships, right?
Friendships, relationships. I mean, most of the songs that I've been writing recently have all been friendship based. You lose more friends than you do relationships. I feel like I've gone through more friends than exes, for sure.
I want to ask, like, how do you write? That's like I want to know.
The thing is, if I put it in like a summarized version, I'll go through an experience looking for a song, and I'll keep it in my head. That's where, like, I even write a song about this podcast. Like, I'm always looking for the lyrics and melodies and songs everywhere I go. That's why I'm recording everywhere I go. And, like, when I'm writing a song, I'll usually mumble and find my way around the melodies first. And then I'll think about a scenario that happened, or an instance in the day, or something I ate that day, or a movie I watched. When I was writing Sky, I just thought about Chicken Little. The sky is falling, sky is falling. I was like, yo, that's the Chicken Little. And I wrote that entire song just based off of Chicken Little's relationship with his father, because he was disappointing his dad the entire movie. And I was like, I let you down. I failed you once. I swear I won't do it again. Like, that's just lines from the movie. And people don't even notice. Like, it's like the most emotional song, but it's from a kid's movie, you know?
Yeah.
But like, when I'm writing about my real life instances, like Say It Back and, you know, Afterlife, writing about myself and writing introspective tracks, or talking in the third person back to me, it's just often looking in the mirror and just having conversations with myself. Most of the songs I write is just conversations with me. What happened this? What happened to that? What happened in this day, that week? Why did I hate that experience? Why did I enjoy that experience? Like, it's all just me asking myself questions and answering them through lyrics.
And you don't care whether it's the right answer or if it's like the wrong answer?
Nah, because then there isn't a right or wrong answer, you know? As long as I'm honest and authentic on the song, it just shines through and is ultimately a good. I don't think there is a bad song. Like, the most terrible songs I've ever written is when it is dishonest. Like, I'm going into that fantasy land of, and I'm trying to be somebody else. I remember when I got off the SZA tour, it was like a 3-month span where I was just so in awe of SZA's, just like her show and her music and everything she was doing at such a high level. I wanted to be her for 3 months. I was making all this R&B music and trying to get in with all the best R&B producers. And I was like, yo, wait, that's not me. And the songs objectively are amazing. I'll play you a snippet. But I was like, yo, this doesn't really sound like me.
This is from your tour with SZA?
Yeah, this is right after the tour with SZA.
Did she, so she inspired this track?
Yeah. You can tell me if it's bad or if it's good.
Oh, God.
Objectively, it is a good song, but it's just not a David song, you know?
Okay, let's see. Gotta be objective.
Deep in for you. You only love me when it get convenient for you. My friends already told me you were bad news. And I can't choose. Even if you hurt me, I can't hurt you. Cause that only proves that you were the one that was bad.
Nah, dude, it's not a bad song.
It's not a bad song.
What are you saying? It's not a bad song.
It's not a bad song, but it's not David, though.
That's a bop, dude.
But it's not David, though, you know? So it's like, you know, I have to make these hard decisions where the song can be so good, but it's not true to my vision and, you know, what I see from my own art.
Wow, so you just randomly have like tracks like that just laying on your phone?
Albums worth, because it took me three tries to get the album right. I went through the R&B phase, and I went through a pop phase, and I had to get back to me. Dude, I have so many albums that are just like not for me, but I can give to other artists. So you might see some writing credits soon, you know.
Who are your favorite artists?
Right now, Dominic Fike, Steve Lacy, Deftones, Band, Haley Williams from Paramore.
Wow. It's like a
NJZ, aka New Jeans, Cat's Eye, Justin Bieber, big inspiration, bro. I find myself listening to just 2015 pop all the time. Sorry, What Do You Mean, Where Are You Now, all the old Justin hits, bro.
It's the Purpose album, guys.
Company, bro, and a lot of Two Hollis too. Would I want to collab with NJZ? Bro, yes.
Dude, you gotta say it to the camera. Dude.
I've been talking to them, I think I might meet them for the first time when I get to Japan next week. I've been talking to them. We've been trying to work on
that
it
is nuts,
for a minute,
dude.
but we'll see if it happens.
Yo, David and NJZ.
Please.
I don't know how will 5 people fit in a closet. I have no idea.
Bring
But
one
it's
back to Houston.
Okay, this is like big on Indonesian, the Indonesian like internet space, right? They always want to know, what's your like star sign, dude?
I'm an Aries. I don't know what that means, but I know I'm Aries.
You're an Aries, right? God of War.
I've been playing those games.
Is that why like most of your songs are like couples fighting? Like, do you want me back?
Honestly, probably. Like, I'm a big fan of the shonen anime genre. It's always fights. Dragon Ball, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, everything is fight-based. So I'm pretty sure I just love action and I love chaos. So a lot of my music is just representative of chaos.
And that leads me to the last question. What is your favorite lyric on Withered?
Favorite lyric?
You can take your time, because I know you have to go through like a lot.
Afterlife, what doesn't kill you waits for later, what tries to keep you alive fails.
Let's repeat that.
What doesn't kill you waits for later, and what tries to keep you alive fails. You know, they always say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Nah, bro.
It waits for later.
It waits for later.
It's gonna kill you later, basically.
Exactly.
And what keeps you alive
fails. Because humans are self-destructive.
Dude, you gotta be more positive in life, dude.
Nah,
like, honestly, man, what the hell?
Humans are so self-destructive. It's like, you can see somebody, you know, like you see a lot of your people in rehab and therapy, and it's like, yo, that's the thing that's supposed to save them. But then being around so much, like, positivity sometimes is also negative, because all they know is the negativity. So even if they try to get the help is what is deterring them from actually getting better. Sometimes. It's not all the time, but in certain cases.
No, but yeah, I was like, first I was rejecting that sentence, but as you explained it, I was like,
yeah,
kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
We are responsible for our own healing. You gotta actually want it to be, you know, to get better. So.
What about your most hated lyric?
Bro, most hated lyric? Probably not on the album, but it's a song called 2016. Bro, I don't know what I was thinking when I made that song, bro. It's the most like corny pop punk song in the world. I'm not the same kid I was in 2016. It's my most corny song. Like, objectively, it's like, oh, that's cool. But, bro.
But okay, listen to his songs, and like, he's gonna do a world tour. If he does a stop in Indo, come and watch his concert.
I will be back. Please pull up, show some love. Thank you all so much for all the support. My dog, this was a great interview. We went in depth. We showed the process. We showed some band lab. Hope you were leaving feeling inspired. Inspired, not expired. Well, inspired. Love you guys so much. Be back soon.
Thank you guys.
POVJOV.
Yeah, I got that last shout out. Guys, David has my song on his phone. Pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. It's called Dunia Maya. It's from the musical of Polarisasi.
What did I do to you? I don't have anything to prove to you. What did I do to you? Yeah, she hard.
Oh. He's giving me ideas, guys. He's giving me ideas.
Yeah, dude, I feel like there's like a rap opportunity to rap on that. There's like a bunch of opportunities to rap on that.
It sounds, because this is, okay, so this is how it sounds, this is how it actually is, right? The lyrics.
Take me where you wanna take me. I know that you hate me, but I got so much on my mind now. You could rap on that.
Right? So I'll just go to the end. It goes. So it's very like, it's choir. It's like 15 people.
When you put it in that context, it feels very musical. It feels like a bunch of people need to be singing that at the same time. Is it intense, the musical?
Intense.
Sheesh, what's it about?
Indonesian politics.
Oh, now that's intense.